We're so back. Hit it. Welcome back, squad. It's good to be back. Fantasy season is almost here. Summer is here. Super pumped. Let's get into the all ice cream team. Up first on the team at quarterback, it's obviously the one your mother loves. It's Breyers ice cream. I grew up on Breyers. It's a classic. As a kid, you're like, really, we're having Breyers again? But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, we could do a lot worse. And it's pretty consistently good, and your mother's going to love it. And I think everyone loves it. It's Josh Allen. Now you say you're starting off telling me Josh Allen's a good pick. Ooh, insightful. I'm telling you the only QB I would reach for is Josh Allen. That's it. I would not reach for Lamar. I would not reach for Drake May. I would definitely not reach for Joe Burrow. These guys are not the same level as Josh Allen. I could maybe be convinced on Lamar, but he's not really as trustworthy. Josh Allen averaged over 22 fantasy points a game last season. He's just a lock at quarterback. You set it and you forget it, and he gets you the points. It's easy. Lamar was outside the top 15 in average fantasy points a game at QB. He was below guys like Jared Goff last year. And right above him was Joe Burrow. Right, so I don't trust these guys nearly as much as I trust Josh Allen. I'm either taking him early as the first QB off the board, or I'm avoiding and sitting altogether for a long while. Up next, we're going to Tillamook. I think Tillamook is super underrated. It's not like the most popular ice cream, but their flavors are good. Chocolate mudslide is delicious in my opinion. And you know who else is delicious? Josh Downs. He only averaged 5.5 targets a game last season. I know his situation is a lot better. Michael Pittman Jr. is gone. Yes, Daniel Jones tore his Achilles, but maybe he'll run less. He's a slot guy, which I always love. Adonai Mitchell's not eating into some of his work there. He's a good cheap price. Is Tillamook a cheap ice cream? It's like an averagely priced ice cream. It's not like a Bluebell, but it's not like store. I don't know. Josh Downs, Tillamook. Up next is those weird like cereal things you get. They're such a new concerning thing. It's like you can get Lego waffle or cosmic brownie or those weird flavors where it's like just eat a waffle instead. But it's kind of fun. Luther Burden. Now he averaged 4 targets a game last season, and you're going to say, look at his snap share. He wasn't on the field that much. And that's true. You're right. He wasn't. And you're also going to say, look at his last game of the year. He had like 27 fantasy points in that game. Also true. Making some good points here. My problem is where you have to take him. Now at wide receiver 20, which puts him around Jalen Waddle, Ladd McConkey, T. Higgins, kind of in that range. I kind of think you're getting him at his best price. The ceiling is kind of what you're picking him at. And like, are you going to get much better than a cosmic brownie? Like just the plain brownie? Is the brownie ice cream that much better? Probably not. Maybe comparable, maybe as good as where you draft him, but you're banking on that being the situation, not accounting for like injuries, or maybe Rome takes over this team. Maybe they run the ball a bunch. Maybe Colston Loveland has this huge year like he's predicted to have, right? There's so many factors that could affect it. Diabetes, but it's frozen and cold. I don't know. So it's not that I'm like super afraid of him. I just don't think there's a lot of value there. Those weird, funky ice creams and Luther Burden seem like a match made in heaven to me. Up next, it's McDonald's ice cream, which is usually a late night hit, but it's always broken. You know who else is always broken? Aaron Jones. He missed 5 weeks last year with that hamstring injury. I think it was a hamstring injury. He's going as RB35, but he's in his 30s now. And I love Aaron Jones. Don't hear that I don't, because if you can live with the injuries, there's still like some value there to be had, but I just can't trust that he's going to be on the field, right? So I love McDonald's ice cream, but I'm scared it's going to be broken every single time I go out. Every single Sunday, you're going to be worried about Aaron Jones tearing his body in half. And Jordan Mason's there. He's getting older. He's not going to see like a 70% snap share anymore. That's not who he is anymore, sadly. It's tough, but McDonald's is Aaron Jones. Up next, Sonic ice cream. I think Sonic ice cream kind of all tastes the same to me. Like the vanilla and the strawberry is kind of the same thing. The chocolate's like slightly more chocolatey, but not really. And you know who's all the same? A bunch of tight ends. I'll give you 2, for example, Sam Laporta and Dallas Goedert. Goedert averaged 5.5 targets a game last season. Laporta averaged 5.4. The Eagles just drafted a tight end in the first round, which is not good for Goedert. Goedert is also second in projected tight end regression this year for touchdown scoring. Laporta is good, and I love Laporta, but he has to compete with J-Mo, with Gibbs, Amon-Ra, right? Like, there's all these things. Jared Goff kind of looks like an immobile piece of broccoli. I don't know how that affects him. But, right, you're getting kind of the same thing at the same price, right? So if he hits touchdowns, yeah, you love him, but Laporta is going to have his weeks where he has 4 targets, right? And Goddard will too. So it's just that unpredictability, which is tough. So I guess with Sonic is a little unpredictable, because I know there's peanut butter in the peanut butter shake. There has to be. And that one's different. But like, is hot fudge different than chocolate? I couldn't tell you. Maybe I just have a bad palate. Anyway, tight ends and Sonic. And last on the list, we have Ben & Jerry's. It's pretty unique in their flavors. It's also pretty expensive in my mind. Tucker Craft. He's going as the 5th tight end off the board this year, and he averaged 5.5 targets a game last season, same as that Laporta Goddard range. What I like about it is that some of these offensive pieces have moved away. So like Romeo Doubs is now gone. Christian Watson is still there. But coming off that ACL injury, I'm a little scared still. I want to like Kraft. I might take him if he falls to me. He's just hard to trust with that injury and just Green Bay situation. He scored a ton of touchdowns. He's a beast as an NFL player. As a fantasy player, it's a little more up and down than that. So yeah, not saying I'm out on Kraft, just something to be aware of. There's a lot of factors with this situation to be aware of. Ben & Jerry's, you got to be in the mood for it. I don't really just buy Ben & Jerry's on the regular, but I don't dislike it. I think it's pretty good, but you got to want Ben & Jerry's. They have that like graveyard thing I went to with like the tombstones of the dead flavors. It's a little spooky, but it was kind of fun. Anyway, that's the ice cream team. We got a lot coming up this year. Excited for the season. Let me know what you're excited about. We'll talk to you soon. Peace out.